Those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message to you. Those who, from their mother's womb, they were born. It is very important. You must be very, very strong.
I greet you that is watching me this morning. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Linda's TV show. We bring to you news across the globe. If you like the kind of video information we'll bring here, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notification, and that way you'll be able to know when we upload a new video. We react to all forms of videos, international, local, especially what is happening in Nigeria. And I want to appreciate YouTube for creating this wonderful platform that we are using to disseminate this information. We'll put a disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, we do not promote misleading information, hate speech, violence, or instigating war. And a call for self-determination is never a call for war. So my great people of Biafra, I welcome you all. Before
1 million naira. When APC Egbekegbe came in, an exchange rate was 145 naira. You see, that 1 million naira could automatically be like around 1,500 or so dollars. Abi, 1 million naira. Somehow, Abi. So, but when APC Egbekegbe came in, let's go forward. When they now make a deal with the Central Bank of Nigeria that their $10 billion will be made available to them at the exchange rate of 400 naira to a dollar. So 400 naira to a dollar. So 1 billion naira. $1 billion. Then will mean 400 billion naira. So with 400 billion naira, they will get $1 billion. So look at that deal that way, right? But when this Tifnumbu and his Kadobi came in, they now offer that, listen, number one, we don't even know if all this money is true. So we are trying to probe and see which of the money is true, which one is not true. So how to know which money, which of these businesses with their bank statement, everything, showing the money. So they said they want to investigate. And the template of checking which of this claim is true and which of them is not true is this. Kadobi offered to pay those who are ready at the exchange rate of 1,600 naira. Now, you know what that simply means? That means to get, before with 400 billion naira from their $10 billion, with 400 billion, they will get $1 billion, Abi. The overall $10 billion, you could possibly put it at 4 trillion naira. So let's say all these international businesses and their money in Nigerian bank that they couldn't take out is a total of 4 trillion, which will give them $10 billion. Okay? So now when you now decide to pay them at the exchange rate of 1,600 naira to a dollar, what you are doing then is that, let me see how I can explain this in my way, right? What you are doing then is that, you see $10 billion, that was 4 trillion. So what you are now saying is, we will give you 4 trillion naira. But today, $1 billion, just one, is 1.6 trillion naira. That is $1 billion, 1.6 trillion. So which means the the airlines, right? They would have to convert 1.6 trillion of their money to get $1 billion. Now, if you multiply 1.6 trillion, 1.6 trillion, 1.6 trillion, I think that should be 3.2, 4.8 trillion. Okay, so which means Nigeria is going to give them, instead of $10 billion, Nigeria will give them something around $3 billion. Nigeria will cancel $7 billion. Because if Nigeria should pay the $10 billion at the 1.6 billion, 1,600 naira to a dollar, Nigeria will be paying about 11.6 trillion naira. Do you get that now? Oh no, not Nigeria. For these airlines to get $10 billion, they would have to give Nigeria 11.6 trillion naira. But remember, their money was 4 trillion. If you convert it to the old rate that they agreed that they will be paid, that 4 trillion naira, Nigeria would have to pay them $10 billion. But that 4 trillion naira, that Nigeria is the one printing naira, so that 4 trillion naira, Nigeria is ready to now pay equivalent of the 4 trillion naira. If they pay the equivalent of the 4 trillion naira, that means these people will collect something about $2.6 billion. So they rejected it. Do you understand? So those who agreed that just give us whatever you have. So we are not even doing business in your country anymore. Just give us anything you have. Those ones in Tifnum book, Adobe's book, those are the legitimate claim. You see those ones that won't settle for that, those are illegitimate claim. And do you know something? Ask them, how much of that 4 trillion naira backlog are they paying? And how much is it in dollars? Ask them. It is the same thing, like, see, what these businesses, what they are rejecting is what some of you don't even have choice. Remember that in 2015, your 1 million naira in 2015, I think will give you, how much again? Is that not $5,000? Yeah, $5,000. So for you to get 1 million naira, you needed $5,000. Now, if you have put that your 1 million naira in your bank, or you buy a share in Nigeria, I don't know how to put that to you, right? But let's assume that you just leave the 1 million naira in the bank. You're not touching it and they have not deducted everything. And you go back there in 2024, 9 years after, to check your 1 million and see how much you have made. So withdraw that 1 million naira and check today. That your 1 million naira is now worth $700, I'll be $600. From $5,000 for 1 million naira to ordinary $700 9 years after. That is what Nigeria, Tifnubunomics, the arrangement that Adobe announced to all of you last night, that their media spread all over Nigeria today. They were saying that, listen, even though these people have 4 trillion naira in our bank, back then it is worth $10 billion. But today, they still have that 4 trillion. But we are ready now to exchange the money for them. But that 4 trillion naira is now worth just $2.6 billion. If you are a business or a business rep, would you take such deal from any country? The deal that will make you forfeit 70% of your money. It is your money. You've paid tax to them. They've deducted their taxes. They've deducted everything from you. You've paid what you have to pay. It is just the money in their bank. And the agreement that covers you is that every time you want your money, they will exchange it to dollars for you. It's an agreement. You cannot pack naira to your country. So would you forfeit over $7 billion and say, yes, we agree to a deal with, that is the Tifnubo number. That is what they announced to you. And that is why I say these people are heartless. Because you see, clearing the backlog alone will actually free so many innocent families, Nigerians who are residing, especially in UAE. That was the condition they gave to Tifnubu when he went there last year. We will do business in your country, but we don't trust your system. We don't trust that way. And if you check Tifnubu's video in most of the places he's been to, he kept saying, do your money in, your money out. You will not have problem taking your money out. Don't worry, you won't have any problem. When you invest in Nigeria, you can take your money out anytime. Why? Because that's what the UAE told him. We can't do a business in a place where, our money will get stuck and we can't really get any, any help from your court. It's like you have no real law. Everybody wants to take bribe. I'm talking about your money. So, we can't work in such place. So if you really want, that's what our people said, their businesses will be affected. Their businesses are being affected as we speak right now. Like you have $10 billion somewhere. Some people get 1 billion, some 2 billion, some hundreds of millions of dollars. Their money. And when they left, they also left with thousands of jobs. Ask some of the people that were working with some of these international businesses back then. Some of them had to sell whatever they can sell quickly when they saw the signal, and they left. Then the central bank governor, the Central Bank of Nigeria, and their propaganda machine and their media in Nigeria, they announced to the rest of Nigeria that they have cleared the backlog, simply because those who didn't take that bogus, fraudulent offer, they were called illegitimate claim. Can you even believe that? Your money, government of the country is saying your money, your claim is illegitimate. Your money, and then using their media to bash you, to blame you, to condemn you, to even blame you for the economic problem of Nigeria. How would any of this actually help Nigeria? How? How would any of this create trust or confidence? Like, do you really think them using media to continue to make you trigger you and make you feel like something is like, so do they not know that every now and then they continue to kill whatever trust some of you still have in them? A lot of us don't have any trust in them anymore, and we will never, ever, they swear for me, trust something that these criminals say. Are they mad? They say something and you are not there to scrutinize it and check it properly. Now, the airlines and the businesses have come out and said, no, we did not collect any backlog from these people. It's all bollock, nonsense. And it is what it is. However, a lot of you are helping them. I know that I may not have so much influence on so many of you, but I'll continue to remind us, that if not for those of you in the diaspora, if not for us in the diaspora, bailing out that system through the back door, and somehow after they have depleted the resources of that country, corrupted, and then they use corruption to impoverish their people, we have always been their target. Nigerians in the diaspora, they always remit money back to Nigeria. They wanted that money you are remitting back to Nigeria be sent to them through them, so that they can give our families in Nigeria the naira. They need us to help them strengthen the naira. There's nothing else to save the naira. These guys are not investing in manufacturing, in electricity, in anything that could help boost their economy. If they are not borrowing, they are scheming and scheming and scheming on how to kind of get into our pockets. It seems they succeeded in the month of January and then February. Do you know that? All of Funa. When they come on social media, they talk, say, I told you, I'm not saying you shouldn't send money to your family members. I send money to my own too. I said, when you jump on all those their apps, transfer money app, if anybody bring transfer money to Nigeria app for me to advertise on my Egun's Diary Political, I could easily just tell them, show them the door, because I am not going to help a corrupt system that is always looking for their easy way out. Nothing that lasts ever. Now the record showed that the money you transfer to Nigeria in January and in February, some of them through those transfer apps, they ended up in the pocket of Kadobi. And without any doubt, in 2 months alone, they have managed to make over $1.8 billion from all of us all over the world. All of now. As the poverty is increasing in Nigeria, that is how we are sending more money, Abi. I'm not saying you shouldn't. Don't send money through their app that they will give Naira to your family members in Nigeria. Because what you are doing is you are helping them. We are subsidizing Nigeria. You don't have to give money and share money to people on the streets before the money you send into that economy ended up in their pockets. The inflation has finished everything in that place. And so is how much money a lot of us are now sending back there. So if you all send money before you send 200 pounds, 500 pounds, now you are sending 1,000 pounds, $2,000. In a single month, you are sending $4,000. And now you be that. So what are you doing? Kadobi and his gang, they said, if the reason why you don't want them to change money for you, you don't want to use central bank or you don't want to use bank, is because of the disparity in the exchange rate between the black market and the central bank. Hey, Naira, we can print surplus for you. Oh yeah, share that they change them for 1,600 Naira. We go change them for you for 1,600. In fact, we'll put 10 Naira on it, 1,610. Just send that dollar. Just send it. Because the moment they honor that money you are sending, those transfer apps, they have no choice. They will remit the actual dollars to Nigeria. And in 2 months, they have gathered over $1.8 billion. That is no money from crude oil. That is no money from taxes. That is no money from foreign direct investors. This is your $100, $200, 500 riyad, 2,000 randi. All this money you are sending. Cardoso is now acting like a champion in Nigeria, saying the Naira is gaining its strength again. Because Kadobi is Olopolo economist. Meanwhile, Kadobi is using the corrupt system that you have in Nigeria, and he himself and his friends taking a shot at the Naira. When they have enough dollar in their kitty, they will bring it a little bit down because it will be available. Now, them they demand for Amabi. So the mental it is gone, is back there. And you begin to say, why can't this just stay for like 6 months? I mean, like, for example, right? If there is actually any real thing, the physical thing that you can point at and say, now this. So I just told you now, if all of us who are sending money to Nigeria stop sending that money via all those transfer app, talk to your own guy, talk to your agent that is sending money for you. Ask them, if I give you this money and you're going to put the Naira in the bank account of my person, right? Are you doing that through the app? Ask your person now. Because some of you, I know, instead of the money you are sending to reduce, now Adobe has devised the means to say they are running away, Abi. give them whatever they want. How much they want exchange? 1,800. Tell them that they can take it 1,800. Give it to them. Just collect the dollar. We need it. So we are funding their failure. We are subsidizing their incompetence and their corruption, like without even noticing or knowing what you are doing. So you might think you are helping Nigeria. No, you are not. You are helping the criminals in Nigeria to survive another day. You know what they have done to Nigerians? But every dollar you put in their hand, every pound you put in their hand, you are helping them to survive another day. And that is why when you look at when they say Nigeria economy depends on dollar, because Nigeria imports almost everything. And then they say, okay, the dollar has gone up. Scarcity because of demand. Those who want to pay school fees, those who want to pay hospital bill, those who want to go on government-sponsored training, workshop in London, in New York, and all these places. All this demand, they are seasonal. Those who want to go to Mecca, those who want to go to Jerusalem, all of this demand, all rested on the same dollar that Nigeria is not by any means earning. Because all the sources of earning this same Forex is dried up and is completely like tapped straight into the private pocket of these rogues. So every time you send money through their app, every time you send money that they have to give Naira to your family member, when it is actually like through app, you are bailing them. And every dollar they can get is golden right now. Because if the dollar goes down, if the Naira goes up and the dollar goes down, shouldn't that affect the price of things? Now, I think I have a theory for that, because it is artificial, it is fake, it is built on nothing. Naira is fighting back, Naira is fighting back, it's fighting back on empty stomach, it's fighting back on nothing. So that is why it can't last. Okay, it's built on nothing. So the moment what do you call it? The moment the lies sort of blown up, it goes back to descending, and the business or the economy itself cannot adjust to it. If your exchange rate cannot be stable for at least 6 months, to start with 6 months, how is your economy going to react to that or stable? Because if you go to the market and you buy at a very high cost, and you have to resell back to your own customers, you would have to sell according to how you buy. Now, if you go there and they say, oh, dollar is high, and you buy at that high rate, and then you come back while you are trying to dispose of all of that, they say dollar has come down. And then you're like, okay, yeah, probably I'm going to go back now and then buy at the rate that the dollar is now down. But by the time you go back, it's back up again. And there you are. You probably won't even be able to afford another supply. So you are stuck in between. So how is that going to? Because it's all artificial, fake, right? That is another one. Here, you see this issue of, this is now where I'm going to begin to bring some certain stuff to you, okay? But I'm going to take it from what Tifnumbu said. Tifnumbu said that he's going to honor these slain soldiers, okay? He's going to give them national honor because they are heroes. However, there are so many cover-up that they do not want anybody to touch. But we will touch it, as we have found. Okay? So they have told us now that Colonel Ali, the leader of these guys, the man at the top left, they said is oil bunkering Ghostbuster. Ghostbuster means those who are stealing crude oil in Nigeria. According to this guy, he said, why would they kill them? They said the guy has been going everywhere to bust those who are stealing crude oil in Nigeria. And that Okama's area and the whole entire axis is oil bunkering hot zone. Oil bunkering oil hot zone. Listen.
And I don't know what kind of, for a human being to go to that extent to do for people that came on a peaceful means, then there's something that goes beyond that. I know him, the CEO himself, Lieutenant Colonel Ali, of recent, because we have emphasized we want the oil production of Nigeria to increase so that we'll be able to have enough foreign exchange and then things can really go down because we all know the challenges we're going. And so he insisted that all illegal activities within the general area must stop. So he directed all his troops and they were stopping all this illegal bunkering, stopping all these things. And then these are the people benefiting from it. And so when this issue came, I think it came as an opportunity for them to also do away with him. And that's exactly what happened. We know who did it. We're following up on him, and it's just a matter of time. We're sure we're going to get him because they took away again arms. We must get those arms back. We must get those guys so that they can be prosecuted.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
Did you hear him? That colonel was trying to help Nigeria to make money from crude oil. You know what Nigeria is going through. So he now took it upon himself to stop bunkering so that Nigeria can sell crude oil and make dollar from crude oil. How could anybody just kill that person? But the truth is that if the man, like, let's respect the dead just for a few seconds, okay? You know, I told you, right? Make all of us, they do well, they do good when you are alive. Make sure say you do good when you are here, so that all of us no go come to your burial on the lie. You will be say now show malu, evil wicked that human. They'll come where will come to your burial on the talk say she's such an angel. Oh my God, when she died, the entire community was so, oh God. Nalayo, you want me to come the lights. That's why. Do good when you see they alive. Yeah, but let's respect it for a few seconds, okay? Because, let's assume that the guy and his team, they left Kirby, they left Sokoto, they left Borono, they left Taraba, they left Niger. They did not touch Plateau or Benue, all these places where the terrorism is still so strong. But they felt so concerned. Listen, look at their faces. They felt so concerned. Why is Nigeria losing money to oil thieves? And we soldiers, we are here. What are we born for? What are we alive for? What are we soldier for? We need to save Nigeria. So they took it upon themselves. So when they call them heroes, that would make sense that the people who were carrying out bunkering, stealing of crude oil, refining crude oil that they are selling, people in that community said they are security agents, they are soldiers, policemen. And since this killing happened, they said the Nigerian army have stopped everybody from coming there, including the state governor, the state commissioner of police. So no police is what, don't go there. It's a war zone. They don't want anybody there. So could these people have been killed by their colleagues, like Milady Charm postulated 2 days ago? No? Now they said they know who did it and they will go after him. There is this young man who made a video, and it's kind of like, I don't know. But the guy said what they did in their community is not peace meeting. In fact, is a den of terrorism against not just the people, against Nigeria. And when they said they know who did it, they will get him. I beg you. Nobody say, you know what I mean? Like when they kill or attack people in northern Nigeria, the media in Nigeria will say bandits, Boko Haram. What else again? Well, you see this Okama, suddenly they said the youth of the community killed 16 soldiers, combat-ready soldiers. Well, this guy seems to have already claimed responsibility for it too. I just want me you watch.
This one, now be my last video when I go do concerning this Okama and Okoloba fight. Okama and Okoloba, they get land issue. The land issue, small crisis called a day. Oh now, where be Ijaw people? Where federal government give power to the bomb buckery, to the bomb diesel, and they cook. They use the same army, they escort their own, they go sell. They betray their own blood. That man, he go use the army, carry people from Okama community. 3 people where they carry, they slaughter them. Now, they come back to come carry community leaders. And una know very well, say, once the community leaders are captured, the youth are powerless. The action take place. Una they make comments, say, na peacekeeping, all those army come. Point of correction, no army come for peacekeeping. They fight in favor of Tompolo, because Tompolo have ordered them to do so. When they say, make I show my face, all these on comments, when they comment, now just ordinary written. Now writing, and just the write. If I know if you talk true for this my land, you know get where I go when I go talk true, when I go believe am. Now this video be the last video when I go do. My papa, a retired captain for this Nigeria. He died last year. He retired as a captain in the army. And I don't lost over 6 of my friends and relatives for this Nigeria. Remember, as an army, this Nigeria is not worth dying for as a country. And they let you know. So, if you not like, when I carry this matter from here to the next level, if you not like, my federal government declare me wanted. I'm proud of it. Yes, I'm proud of it. Now they say, show your face. If I show my face, what do you go do me? What do you go do me? So to talk true for this country now, a crime. No wonder where they say truth is always bitter. Crisis, day between 2 communities. When I know if you call the elders, I know if you call the leaders to settle the issue amicably. You they want oppress one side for other side. You they call them peacekeeping. And so they keep peace. Okay, now go school pass. Now know the law pass. Now so, oppression. This country, if not before one thing, I foresee, make it be like that. North, day or north. South, day or south. All army, if you serve this country, serve with sense. If you be police, police with sense. This Nigeria, your country is not worth dying for. I dey tell now, no not get sense.
I don't know him. However, his face is out there. It's out there, and it's been fingered as one of the Okama's youth that the Nigerian military have declared wanted. Somebody who made video to say what was really happening there, the business of the Nigerian army, and why they are taking side, who is actually funding the operation Tompolo. I suppose open like shrine somewhere or something. I mean, make I just open a prayer house somewhere. Because I remember when I did say, Nigeria never finished like this. The giant of Africa, that has the military, which you have the army, the navy, the air force, the DSS, the NIA, the DIA, the MU and all that stuff, right? Security, there was like, but yet that Nigeria who has custom, immigration, civil defense, Yetiala and all that. That country cannot protect our own pipeline and waterways against the smugglers of its most precious forex earning resource or resources, oil and gas, that they have to use a retired terrorist, because Tompolo no different from Shekau. Now the dressing different. Their weapons are weapons of mass destruction. We know that. They will say the operation is different or somehow. But Tompolo, Baba, Tompolo, government Tompolo, the guy where Bokwari they pay 4.2 billion naira every month for 7 years. Bokwari they pay him 4 billion naira every month to protect the pipeline, because if they no give him, in boys go blow him up. So instead of getting him arrested and then prosecuted and even jailed, what did the criminals do? They offered him a deal, and he's now the one protecting the pipeline of Nigeria. He's now the one arresting vessels, stealing crude oil. Tompolo, they fight Navy on top water. Navy, they guide ship with stolen crude oil. Tompolo boys, they come. They say, Captain Musa, is that you? No, you are not taking this one this time around. No, you are not taking it. I'm arresting it. Former militants, they arrest Navy, because Navy can't they steal crude oil. And the militants can't they guide their oil. Here we are. What happened to his own operation? That means he's the police of himself, Nabi. The whole waterway is controlled by Tompolo, courtesy of the giant of Africa, Ilushi. Imagine Saudi Arabia, giving the pipeline protection and guidance, including refinery guidance, to Osama bin Laden. At least he was a Saudi. He's from Saudi. That's what Nigeria is. Ilushi. But you know something? Our boy said majority of the guys who did there in Tompolo that they work for, from your colonel to your general to everybody in Tompolo. You want to make money in Niger Delta, you work with Tompolo. So who are those who gang up and killed these people? For real, who killed them? What is that connection with Bayelsa and the 11 people? You know, see, they kill 11 people in Bayelsa, innocent people on the streets. Imagine you waiting for your daughter or your son. See, look at this boy that I've sent to go and buy us so and so for the past 1 hour. You can't come out, they look for him. Junior. Po. That's it. Because Nigerian army are looking for somebody they said is a militant, that their investigation showed that it was part of those who killed soldiers in Delta State, story or long. A lot of people have theory. But before we go into their theory, here is one of those who are now ready, telling everybody that you kill soldier, you die.
Our soldiers will die for Delta State. Now cry, they cry, because me a Delta boy. I know what I don't face for this country. I don't go Meduguri, spend 4 years, fight. I know how many Meduguri soldiers who come from Meduguri die for their state, to protect their land. I know how many Katsina, I know how many Katsina people who come from Katsina will die for Katsina. But when I get my kill our soldiers for Delta State, and all the South people just they comment, rubbish comments. They say whether soldiers will they die for North, whether they put them online. Have you been to Meduguri before? Have you been to Katsina before? Now we will kill you for that kind of talk where they talk. See, we not fit forgive anybody. We kill the frontline soldiers. We must avenge the death. Even me be worried boy, I pray make a day among the operation. I do good things to the good people. If you don't like this uniform, Even though say my mama, you don't like this my uniform, I swear to God, I declare you my number one enemy. I'll come for you. And I forget say those that live in glass house do not throw stone, abi. If all you touch one hand, it go affect the other hands. So as when I don't prize, when I must collect. No often now they say, these soldiers, when I forget say the soldiers get family, get wife, abi. Get mama where they pray for them as they fight for the country. When I kill them anyhow now, they feel say, behead them, open their stomach. I will do good things to the good people and bad things to the bad people. Since you don't.
I'm so sorry. The audio is really, really very low. I did my best to shore it up, but it wasn't up enough. That's a Nigerian soldier saying, talking like a regular court or a courtist without. And you can ask, what kind of training they give to them? Soldiers. Those are the soldiers who drug addicts. Well, he was there saying, I've been Niger Delta boy. You get my kill soldier. You do not know that if anybody that kills soldier is like killing my brother, like my blood. I just pray that I'm part of the operation that will come there for you. You don't price. Soldier, they tell citizens that they don't price. He's talking to civilians, because he is going to be so strong and feel powerful to kill any civilian and show that power. Well, I will take you to this chart before we continue. What is really going on in that place? Especially since this operation fish out the soldier slayers. Let's start with this.
The first instance that the military cannot be entirely a judge in its own court, that the military should allow access onto the crime scene. Even the governor could not access it. The commissioner of police lamented yesterday. It's not done that way. It's unfortunate it has happened. But to get to the root of it, the military may have to step back. The place cannot remain a perpetual operational area. No, I think they have done enough operation. And let them step back so that people can go there, investigation properly done, and then the root of the matter is reached. Going to recommendations, you will agree that these are just symptomatic of the fault lines of the Nigerian state. Is going to continue if nothing is done drastically to address the structure, the conditions that make this possible. Take, for instance, 16 military men. Out of the 16 military men, you have how many officers? You have a lieutenant colonel, you have 2 majors, you have a captain. Then before you talk of the rank and file. This, by every definition, is a strategic team of that Bomadi battalion. It's not the tactical team. And so what was actually compelling about a peace mission in that place, that we require the strategic team going for a tactical mission. So it shows that there are so many things underlying that we are not talking about. That if it were actually for a peace mission, wouldn't it be better? Wouldn't it have been better for those community leaders to be summoned to the base in Bomadi for discussions to be held? This was not done. Instead, the entire leadership of the battalion went to Bomadi and be so exposed. And if a mission like that is being carried by the strategic team, why was there no enough tactical cover that they were just gotten and taken out like that so cheaply, the Nigerian military? That is uncalled for. So you will see that there are so many things that are wrong. The Niger Delta today is a big crime scene. What matters in the Niger Delta is oil. And everything is subordinated to oil. And so even the lives of the people, their livelihoods, subordinated to oil. And so the mandate is that go and get the oil out at all costs. All of these have to be addressed. If they are not addressed, nothing is going to happen. And the place is under siege. The psychological pressure on the place. Take, for instance, if you are traveling from Warri to Port Harcourt, you will encounter more than 200 roadblocks. So the people are harassed.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notifications. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.